Okay, so here we are on the threshold of a dive for the next two and a half days. We're diving into a quality of ourselves that may not be accessible or only rarely accessible. And it's this principle I call the Sat. But it exists in many different languages and many different forms. In my experience, it's that principle that existed before existence, and that the access to that principle is within us as a doorway or a rent in the fabric of existence that takes us into connection with that which was prior to existence. And in that threshold, it is a extraordinary state of consciousness that's unspeakably rare, intense, and fulfilling. And it's my experience that we can align ourselves over time to gather the capacity to find this within ourselves, to discover this quality that's beyond existence, prior to existence, from which we come. That we are an expression of that principle coming into existence. So that very fundamental doorway is what's been known as our soul. So the soul is not a thing, it's a doorway. It's a fracture. And it's a huge energy source, but which we cannot normally access because of the nature of what it takes for that to come into existence, which is evolution, the coding of content to create a vessel that would be capable of knowing this principle called the Sat. So this is not about God. God is a subsequent expression of that principle, nor is it just about the absolute, which is actually something that we can know at the level of knowingness, the level of consciousness. But to whatever extent we are on the journey, it is the ultimate goal. It's the final thing to know. Interimly, it's a discovery of what it is that we believed we were, but we're not. A waking up from the enthrallment of matter, of body, of vital, of mind, of story, of our identity, the organization of our identity. So when we participate in a Sat weekend, we're opening a doorway to know, or a possibility to know of a condition of being that lies inherent in all of us as the source of our being, which when we begin to tap into, injects into our system a quality of beingness that is of a whole different order than we could attain through effort or even through grace or through devotion. It is an intervention force.